Hey everyone, it's been quite a while since I've last updated anybody with my current progress on building my server. I did some videos a couple of months ago explaining some of the parts in my new build. I'd hoped to have it done by now, but unfortunately money issues and also a few delays trying to get some parts in. Currently I have my motherboard, CPU, RAM, power supply I don't really need to buy because I currently have a decent one in my server that's currently running. However, I probably will buy another one at some point because it is about 2 years old now and it has been running 24/7 most of the time. However, it is a decent Seasonic power supply, and anyone who knows anything about power supplies knows that Seasonic's usually a very good brand to use, so it should be fine for the time being, but I'll probably swap it out at some point. My delay mostly is coming down to the case right now. What I'm trying to get is it's a case called the Nanoxia Deep Silence 5. Now this is a German made case. I think it's relatively rare. I think it definitely is in Australia. In fact, there's only one store in Melbourne, which is not the state I'm in, so I have to of course order it in. Currently, because they sold out so quickly with the last amount of stock they're in, and I wasn't quick enough to purchase one, I have ordered one. When I originally ordered it, it did say it was in stock. Apparently their stock levels hadn't been updated at the time, so it turned out that after I'd ordered it and paid for it, that it actually wasn't in stock. So I've had a bit of trouble trying to get that in the fact that it's been delayed or pushed back from being received by the supplier from overseas. Not once, not twice, but 3 times so far it's been pushed back. I originally ordered and paid for it on the 5th of August. It's now 3rd of September, so it still hasn't arrived. I have been in contact with the store and they have been really good about it, and I know it's out of their control, but it's still frustrating anyway. So originally it had been, up until this earlier tonight, I was under the impression that it would be in stock at their warehouse and then sent out to me from the 5th, which is this Friday. However, it has now been pushed back to the 10th. Now they're pretty confident that that's going to be the final date that it will be pushed, that it should be delayed by. So I mean, I've been waiting for quite a while now anyway, so what does another week hurt, really? I'll post a link in the description, and I'll try if I can to upload a few pictures to this post. So if I can, I'll sort of just chuck them in at the end of this video so you can check out the case, but I will post a link to their website. It's a pretty cool case actually. It's a full tower. It's similar to the Fractal Design Define R4 in the fact that it is built for silence, and it also has the front side grill or intake, whatever you want to call it. So it has a door on it, so it receives the cool air from the side of the front panel there, and cools it. It does come with a few more fans than the Fractal, which is a bit more readily available over here, and I was leaning towards it till I found this one. The reason I'm also going with this one too is also because with the Fractal it comes with 8 hard drive bays, and I think two 5 and a quarter inch drive bays, whereas this one comes with 11 hard drive bays. They're also adjustable. It also comes with a ton of really great cable management routing, as does the Fractal, but this one has quite a bit. and it also comes with, I think, five and a quarter inch bays. Now, look, at being a server, I'm not going to be putting a lot of 5 and a quarter inch drives like CD-ROM drive, DVD-ROM drives in there. However, I thought those might come in handy if, for some reason, I do need extra drive space. I can always use some mounting brackets to add some more drives or something like that. I actually have a couple of Coolermaster 4-in-3 hard drive modules, so 4 hard drives takes it up 5 and a quarter inch drive bays. They're okay, they're good, they work well, but they're kind of a bit of a dust magnet and they're a pain in the butt to clean. So I kind of want to get rid of them anyway, plus it kind of would ruin the whole aesthetic of the case. And I don't even think the hard drive, I don't even think the door would close with them on there because they sort of protrude out a fair bit. Not to mention they have the blue lights, which were cool back in the day, but not really my thing. I don't really want lights, especially where the server's going to sit, and it's going to be sitting probably in my room anyway in the corner, so I don't really want my room to be lit up like a Christmas tree every night. That's also part of the reason I'm getting this case being silent. I won't have that sort of constant hum, which with my current case I have sort of gotten used to. I still prefer to have silence when I'm trying to sleep. So, yeah, just a few different delays with cases, and I've ordered some cables along with them. They're actually SATA cables, but they're ones that are cable managed, so they're bound together, sort of like a daisy chain sort of thing. Not quite though, because obviously I don't think they'd work very well if they were joined all on one cable, but they're just sort of bunched together, pre-cable tied, I guess you'd call it. I also had to order these things in, and because of delays I received these quicker than the case from like 2 states over. I actually had to order these from the UK, and I actually received them a lot quicker than the case. But these are by SilverStone. Now what these are is, because I noticed with my current setup, I've either ran out of SATA power ports, or what do you want to call them, or they're not long enough and I have to bend them and twist them, and I've had a couple of cables break, and I came close to breaking one of the SATA ports in the back of one of my hard drives, which I think I probably would have cried with that one, because yeah, hard drives aren't cheap. Especially the size of the ones that I have to buy. So what these are more like a daisy chain, I'd say. Now what they are is they're actually 4 SATA power cable, all in one. I'll see if I'll post a picture of this. The camera on this is pretty terrible, but I don't really, not a high def SLR camera or something isn't exactly in my budget right now, so I'm just using my old webcam for this. I did buy a new phone. I've recorded some previous videos a couple of months ago, and I was using my iPhone 5, and not only did I record it in portrait mode, which made it look terrible because you got this much space on your screen, but the camera was pretty crap on that, so I actually got myself a new Samsung Galaxy S5, so I'm hoping the 16 megapixel camera should hopefully help with that. Can record in 4K, but I don't think I'm going to go that far. Not for basic sort of just server build video. So when I do get around to building my server, I'll record with this and I'll see how it goes. Hopefully it all goes well. But if you want to check out those other videos, I just basically explain the CPU and the sort of basic things of the motherboard. I'm not going to get into that on this one. But I mean, if you want me to re-record it with this new phone, just let me know and I'll do that. Yeah, so anyway, back to this. So this is a SilverStone, what are they called? They are called it's a bit hard because there's a price sticker over the top of it, but it's a let me see if I find that one. It hasn't got it on it. Super flexible multi-SATA power connector with capacitor. So not only do they have the 4 SATA plugs. They're also very sort of flexible. You could have them and twist them and all that sort of stuff. It's like a really flexible rubber. And it also has this thing here, which is a capacitor, and it'll actually manage the voltage between those 4 connected devices. So it prevents, power surge or short circuit or anything like that. So these were, I could order them from the UK with free postage for $20.90 Australian. So that's it depends on where you are is what it would cost. So I don't really know what that works in. I think one British pound is like $2.50 Australian, or vice versa, or $1 Australian, something like that. Anyway, so worked out about $20 Australia because eBay automatically calculates your local costs. So I ordered 3 of these because I currently have about 10 hard drives. So I wanted enough to connect all those if I needed to. I do eventually plan to cut down on those hard drives by upgrading the current ones to a higher capacity. So taking my 2 or 1 terabyte drives and then putting a 4 in there in its place and then retiring those drives. I'll probably use some WD Reds or something like that. I haven't really decided at this point. I'll just go with whatever's in the price range and works well at the time, I guess. Just trying to tackle actually getting the server built first. So anyway, these are quite good. They've just got like a normal sort of SATA. This camera's kind of terrible. Just a normal SATA connector, so you just plug from your power supply directly into here, and then these 4 connect. So if you have your drives in the drive cage, they can just connect in like that. So they're quite nifty little things. I stumbled across them when I was ordering parts for the server from the store. But they actually didn't have any in stock, and if I ordered, the way the store works is they don't send off your items until they have everything in stock. So if you order 4 items and 3 are in stock and 1 isn't, then they'll wait for that 4th item before they send out all the other ones. So, which is good in a way because it doesn't cost you any extra for postage or anything like that. But yeah, it can hold you up if you just 1 item that's not in stock. So as for the server, when I do eventually get it built, I've been looking at trying to do a Linux build for quite some time. I'm not particularly good at Linux. I'm very much a noob or a beginner. Hopefully I can learn a bit on the way. I don't think I'm going to go crazy and go full command line or CLI or whatever you want, terminal, what do you want to call it, until I'm more comfortable. I don't even know if I'm going to go with it full time. I'm currently running just Windows 7 on my current server. I would run server 2012, but there's a few parts like my 4-port SATA card and a few other components in this machine because it's older that aren't quite compatible, and tend to play up on me when I go any higher than Windows 7. And Windows 7 is rock solid stable for me. At least I found that. The thing's been running for about 6-7 months now, and sorry if I'm moving around, by the way. I've just got a bit of a sore back, this chair. I have to get rid of this one. So yeah, it's been running great. I haven't had any dramas, no crashes or anything, and it's just running off a little laptop hard drive. When I do the new server, because they're so cheap now, I think I'm just going to go with like an SSD, like one of the Samsung ones, maybe an 840 Evo or maybe the 850 Pro. I don't really know. I mean, but I can get just like the 120 gig for like $80-$90. So why not, At least if I have to shut down the server or do updates or whatever, shouldn't take too long to just do that, booting up quickly and I can get the thing up and going again. Not that I'm doing a huge production environment or anything like that, it's just a home server, but still good. You don't have to wait around 20 minutes for it to update every time. That's kind of the thing. But that's assuming I stick with Windows. Whereas Linux, you don't really have to reboot it that often, so even for doing updates, so I don't really know. I'm looking at maybe just using a basic, for those who know Linux, like an LXDE type distro, like just a desktop distro, just to test it out. I was looking around, and originally I was going to go with something like Ubuntu or something like that, but I've looked at Zorin Lite, which is very similar, and it's, I think at idle, the thing is running, at least in VirtualBox, at like 129 megabytes of RAM. The current server's got 4 gig in it. I've got sticks up with all the other parts for the new server, and I think I've got at least 8 gig there. I don't even know. 4 gig's plenty for the Windows build, so you can imagine 8 gig on a Linux machine that only runs that only requires 256 meg. I think is the minimum requirement, something like that. So I shouldn't have any RAM issues. Not that I had with the running Windows 7 and 4 gigs. So I think that's pretty much it. I tend to carry on a bit, so if you notice that, just let me know in the comments. I'll try and curb my chatting. I just wanted to give someone an update because I've had a couple of comments and messages from people asking, what's going on, because I posted my original network tour last year, and it was at my old house, and it wasn't that good. Like I said, it was my first YouTube videos, really, so I'm still learning how to do it. I don't do it that often. I want to post more. I just got to find stuff to make videos about. I don't have product endorsements where I can show unboxings, and I don't have that much I don't get that much new stuff all the time that I can come up with new stuff, so new content. Hopefully I can. I'm going to try and have a good think about different things, and I wanted to do some stuff a little bit different from other people. Saying that, I know I am doing a server build video, and it is fairly common, but I want to try and do a few things that are a little bit different, and hopefully people will like it. But anyway, as always, I hope you enjoy the video. If you want to subscribe, that'd be excellent. If you don't, that's cool. If you just watch the video, I'm happy with that. Any comments, that'd be great. And I will update or add a new video as soon as I get all the parts ready and I actually physically start the build. And it might be fun trying to do that because I don't really have anyone here to hold the camera or the phone for me, so I might have to sort of work out how to do that, build a computer one-handed, I guess. Yeah, so any comments, questions, sure, just shoot them my way and I'll see if I can answer them. Alright, cool, thanks.